Good day, Doctor. We are from Group H would like to present our moral judgment for the topic we chose, which is sexual harassment. Our group consists of 5 members, which is me, myself, Nithya Nagarajan, and my metric number is 287256. KAYANA, ALIF, GANENDRA, metric number 281667. ELLY, VALENCIA, and FENOL, metric number 284248. Nur IZZANI BINTI BAKRI, metric number 284308, and JIAN, metric number 286519.
Hi, my name is KAYANA GANENDRA and my metric number is 281667. I will give a moral judgment regarding on our topic. So I am not with the idea of doing sexual harassment, especially in the workplace. And first of all, employees are supposed to do their task and job professionally. They are not supposed to do such behavior. Calling others as sayang or dear is considered as sexual harassment. It applies to all people, whether they are married or not, men or women, young or old, etc. It probably sounds like it's just a normal word, but they might mean something if it were not at the right time. Clear communication and respecting boundaries are key. If not sure, just simply ask colleagues their preference. Creating a safe and respectful work environment is a shared responsibility. By being mindful of language, respecting boundaries, and addressing harassment promptly, we can all contribute to a more positive workplace culture. Sexual harassers are the only perpetrator. Anyone beside them is not in the wrong place, whether it's the woman or even a man, someone who wore formally or used revealing clothes. There's a saying that from my religion to lower your gaze, meaning that we, the one who can fully control our body, are the one who is responsible for it. We are the one who can command our senses. That is why we can choose to lower our gaze. That way, we can avoid zina. Zina is actually any sexual intercourse, except that between husband and wife, from our eyes. Doing sexual harassment is going through several steps: seeing, thinking, and then acting. Someone with good behavior shall stop at thinking. Thank you. Hi, my name is KAYANA GANENDRA and my metric number is 281667. I want to tell you about the facts and misinformation on the issue. Sexual harassment, whether at work, school, or on the streets, is more than just sex. It is about one who harass, being hostile, or to abusing authority over the victims. Most occurrence of sexual harassment involve a man harassing a woman. However, men can also be a victims. Civil workers have been warned out not to use the expression of affection such as sayang or dear when chatting to coworkers since it is now considered as a form of sexual harassment. According to the Public Service Commission note issues April 7, 2023, using these phrases on college is considered sexual harassment. Physical sexual harassment, according to Sinar Harian, consists actions of touching, holding, molesting, kissing, pinching, and hugging, based on the STAR 2023. Are the one who wore a certain revealing clothes are allowed to be harassed? According to Fuzia Saleh, which is a PH of Kuantan, a person's dress has nothing to do with whether or not they are subjected to sexual harassment. Even a goat got raped until it died, she said. Some say if someone who wears sexy clothes should be alright if they are harassed. The provincial administration in Bengkulu, Sumatra, Indonesia, has devised a solution to the increasing number of harassment complaints involving girls and women. Make sexy clothing illegal in 2017 based on Vice. But the fact stated that in 2023 there are still sexual harassment cases in Bengkulu even more. One that might make us pity is when a teacher there are raped 25 elementary students based on Kompas. While mostly it happened to women, men can also be a victim as well. Some say that it is a lack of men who just got sexually harassed by women, but actually not. Men can also feel harassed and the stigma that men cannot be harassed should be abolished. That's all from me, thank you.
Hi, my name is ELLY, VALENCIA and FENOL, and my metric number is 284248, and I will present about my moral judgment. So in my opinion, I will not support this issue because sexual harassment is a matter of one's moral behavior and how one respects other boundaries and dignity, whether verbally or non-verbally. From the research made, I found out that majority of the sexual harassment victims are women due to its weak physique, making them an easier target. Sexual harassment is subjective as it depends on the individual's perspective whether the action is seen as a sexual act or not. It may seem sexual act to others, but it also may not seem as a harmful sexual act toward another's individual's point of view. Among the Z generation, some do not mind to be called as sayang by the opposite sex, as it could refer as a friendly term between friends and doesn't concern as a serious matter. But for some, it could be considered as sexual harassment or a catcall if they feel uncomfortable. Especially in a workplace, using the term of endearment such as sayang is inappropriate because it does not seem professional. Since workplace is considered a place where professionalism is needed, based on the research, using such terms to colleges are viewed as disrespectful, especially when talking to the higher up. Next, there are also many sexual assault or sexual harassment cases where the public blames the victim for their choice of clothing. I believe what one wears is not an invitation for one to misconduct such sexual behavior, and this is a basic human right where no one should tell what to or not to wear. According to the UN, the freedoms of opinion and expressions, freedom from enslavement and torture, and life and liberty are all examples of human rights, regardless of age, sex, race, and many more. Therefore, everyone has the right to wear anything they would like, and no one should sexualize them for what they are wearing. In conclusion, sexual harassment is an obvious act of inappropriate and is morally wrong because it violates a person's dignity and makes one to feel unsafe and uncomfortable with the opponents present. That's why sexual harassment legislation was provided across the globe. I strongly object both issues because it is an unethical behavior based on the moral theory and through research conducted and analysis, which are factual data that you cannot deny. So that is all from me. Thank you.
My name is IZZANI binti BAKRI and my metric number is 284308. The issues of victim blaming in situation of sexual harassment based on attire as well as the use of phrases like dear and sayang in the workplace are complicated ethical problems that elicit different perspectives within a group. Regarding victim blaming, I strongly oppose the idea that people who wear exposing attire should be blamed for becoming targets of sexual harassment. This stance is reinforced by facts that show that harassment is rooted in power dynamics and the violation of consent rather than being an effect of dress choices. Emphasizing individual autonomy and rights, my position aligns with deontological ethics and a feminist ethics perspective, advocating for a cultural shift towards consent, respect, and gender equality. On the matter of addressing colleagues with terms like dear and sayang, my viewpoint recognizes the potential for discomfort and unprofessional conduct in a workplace setting. While cultural nuances may be relevant, prioritizing professionalism, mutual respect, and a harassment-free workplace is paramount. Factual information considers workplace dynamics and communication norms, acknowledging the impact of such language on the recipient's comfort and the overall work environment. Guided by moral values like respect and professionalism, my decision aligns with virtue ethics, emphasizing good character and virtuous behavior in a professional context. Additionally, a consequentialist perspective contemplates the potential negative impact on colleagues' well-being and morale. In conclusion, regardless of race, ethnicity, or any other characteristic, no one should ever become a target of sexual harassment based on their clothing choices or any other factor. Sexual harassment represents a violation of personal boundaries, consent, and fundamental human rights. Holding victims accountable for their attire perpetuates damaging myths and is unacceptable. The emphasis should be on preventing and addressing sexual harassment by advocating for consent, fostering respect, and cultivating a culture that ensures perpetrators are held responsible for their action.
Good afternoon, Doctor. My name is JIAN and my metric number is 2L6519. I will continue the presentation with my moral judgment. In my opinion, sexual harassment is an unwanted behavior of a sexual nature that can cause the victims to feel uncomfortable and worried. So, I not support to sexual harassment because it is an unethical behavior. This issue has violated individual rights and can cause emotional and physiological disorders. Sexual harassment can happen in many different places, such as the workplace, educational institutions, social situations, and online interaction. It is challenging to prevent sexual harassment because there is complex combination of personal attitudes, power dynamics, and organizational culture. I strongly oppose to sexual harassment in any form because it is an act that can violate human rights. It can give bad impacts to the human that facing sexual harassment. They will live in fear, worry, insecurity, and so on. Every human being, regardless of gender, income, or race, has the right to live in a safe environment and free from sexual harassment. Next, the synthesis of factual information, moral values, and ethical theory are the information that I use in making my moral decision. The experience that faced and shared by the victims of sexual harassment are very important. It can be used to address this widespread issue. The factual evidence shows the sexual harassment across various sectors and demographics. For example, a survey on the issue of sexual harassment in the workplace reveals alarming statistics. A recent survey from the Congress of Trade Unions shows that almost 3 out of 5 women had experienced sexual harassment at workplace. This information has shaped my moral judgment and makes me stand against the issue of sexual harassment that affects the well-being, safety, and dignity of individuals. My moral values are based on the principle of justice and respect for the dignity of others. I believe that the moral values are assets in health of every individual. I also believe that the right to live and everyone should be free from sexual harassment. These moral values are important and we should uphold it to reduce the issue of sexual harassment and take care of the well-being and safety of everyone. In conclusion, I strongly object to this issue of sexual harassment. My moral judgment on sexual harassment is clear in object this issue. The factual information is to show that how serious the issue of sexual harassment is worldwide. The moral values and ethical theories are important to use in addressing this issue. I align myself with the principle of justice, compassion, and human dignity in opposing the sexual harassment. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I'm NITHIYA NAGARAJAN and my metric number is 287256. Today I would like to present my moral judgment on a matter of utmost importance, one that transcends the boundaries of policy and procedure to touch the very essence of our shared humanity, which is the issue of sexual harassment in the workplace. Sexual harassment is a serious issue that can have lasting impact on individuals, workplace, and also communities. While it's important to acknowledge the existence and raise awareness, it's also crucial to approach the topic with sensitivity and also respect those who are affected. I fiercely oppose workplace harassment, particularly insidious form like sexual harassment. Every person deserves a workplace where they can feel secure, valued, and empowered to excel, irrespective of their background and gender. Imagine stepping into your workplace only to be met with unwelcome advances, lewd comments, or even physical threats. This is the chilling reality for far too many individuals, as evidenced by numerous studies and the heartbreaking stories shared during the #MeToo movement. The #MeToo movement is a powerful social movement that has brought the issue of sexual harassment and assault into the spotlight. As an example, In 2017, actress Alyssa Milano uses the hashtag #MeToo on Twitter in response to allegations against Harvey Weinstein. It's sparkling a viral wave of women sharing their own experience with sexual harassment and assault. The movement has raised awareness of the prevalence of sexual harassment and assault, and also has led to a shift in public attitudes towards these issues. The tentacles of sexual harassment reach far beyond the office walls, leaving invisible scars on victims' mental health that ripple through their lives. Research paints a harrowing picture, which is anxiety, depression, PTSD, and shattered self esteem, like a serene landscape fractured by dark cracks. These wounds endure, poisoning personal and professional lives. Imagine relationships strained, careers stalled, and confidence endured. Ignoring these scars is like turning a blind eye to a gaping wound. By recognizing the lasting impact, we can create a world where everyone feels safe and supported, where healing replaces the echoes of trauma. Let's break the silence, mend the cracks, and build a future free from the invisible scars of harassment. Sexual harassment isn't merely a personal tragedy. It's a threat to the very fabric of workplace equality. When individuals are harassed based on their gender, it creates an environment where qualifications and merit can be overshadowed by unjust and discriminatory factors. This not only contradicts the principle of justice and equal opportunity, but actively impedes the personal growth and career paths of those who find themselves targeted. Beyond the individual impact, it's imperative to acknowledge the intersectionality of this issue. Different demographic groups may experience harassment at varying rates, emphasizing the need for an inclusive approach. To truly combat workplace harassment, we must advocate for policies that address the unique challenges faced by various groups. This demands a comprehensive and intersectional strategy to ensure that no one is left behind. In conclusion, my strong opposition to workplace sexual harassment is grounded in both moral principles and empirical evidence. The urgency to address this issue is evident through extensive workplace studies and the powerful narrative shared by movements like #MeToo. Beyond statistics, the profound impact on individuals' mental health and the hindrance of professional growth necessitate comprehensive change. Recognizing the intersectionality of this problem is crucial, urging us to advocate for inclusive policies that address unique challenges faced by various groups. This is a call to create workplaces that prioritize equality, respect, and the overall well-being of every individual. That's all from me. Thank you so much. That's all from our group. Thank you so much.